So yesterday what we saw, I was trying to explain what is collision. Collision, what I explained, I just explained what is collision and what are the different type of collisions. If you want to differentiate collision on the base of kinetic energies and how they are segregated, and if at all they are collision happens on the basis of the geometry, and there are how many types. So you can just see the video. Basically there are three types on the kinetic energy. One is perfectly elastic, one is inelastic, and one is perfectly inelastic. These three on the basis of kinetic energy. Okay. And the second one is based on geometry. Geometry means two bodies are hitting each other. It's called head-on-head collision. Head-on-head collision. And if two objects are coming, one is like this and one is like this, so they will hit at an angle. Okay. Here you see both are head-on-head. This is called oblique collision. And how they are different, I have explained. But and also I taught what is E, how E is calculated. What is E? It's called coefficient of, do you know what is E?
Yes, sir. Coefficient of restitution.
Coefficient of restitution. And how it is calculated, and what is the value for different types of collision. For this one E is 1, this one E is E will be between 0 and 1. Okay, less than 1 but greater than 0. Here E will be 0. Okay, we will understand what it is. Clear? Okay. So now yeah, we will. And also also, yeah, that's what we did in the previous class, if you can understand. And 1 minute, I will just, let me take my notes. Okay, so now we will try to find out. So I was trying to explain that if the body starting, the two bodies are there initially, this is the m1 mass, this is the m2 mass. The velocity of this one is u1 and this one is u2. So the initial velocity of m1 is u1, initial velocity of m2 is u2. So collision will only happen when the u2 is less than u1. If this goes at a slower speed than this, after some time this will go and hit this, and after hitting, this is during collision, after hitting, both the mass will have different velocity. You agree or not?
Yes, sir.
So this will have a different velocity, this is a different. We want to find out the final velocity. We want to find out the final velocity. How to find the final velocity? That is what now we will do. Okay. Expression of final velocity after head-on collision. So normally in your books, it will be head-on collision and perfect elastic collision, because others are very complicated. So normally you will ask to find out, normally in your exams it will be asked only perfectly elastic and head-on collision. So this also head-on. Head-on collision can be both in the same direction, yeah, okay, and or else both in the, means both in the opposite direction, hitting towards each other and going, this one going and this one going. This is also head-on collision. Is it okay? So remember, in the head-on collision, it is always that the line of impact, this is the line of impact. This is the line of impact. But if there is an object which goes like this and goes like this is not line of impact. Line of impact is oblique here. This is not head-on. One is going like this, one is going. So whenever there is head-on, the angle is 0. Here the angle is not 0. What is the here angle? This is the angle. Yes or no? Is it clear? Laksh, why are you late? Hello. Can you hear me, Pritam?
Yes, sir.
Why are you late, Laksh? Okay. So now we want to find out the final velocities of the after the head-on collision. Okay, so now in the previous class, if you see the video, we have explained what is E. E is basically minus of difference of the final velocities divided by the difference of the initial velocities. Okay, clear? So now for a perfectly elastic collision, your E is equal to 1. Then your V2 minus V1 is equal to U2 minus U1. Yes or no? So here this will become V1 minus V2 is equal to U2 minus U1. Am I correct? So can I write V2 is equal to U2 minus U1, U2, okay, U2 minus U1 minus, 1 minute, minus V2 equal to U2 minus U1 minus V1. Am I correct? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So if minus V2 equal this one, can I write V2 to be?
Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are audible. Where were you till now? Why are you late?
Sir, actually, I had a problem with my admission, so I was there, stuck up.
Okay. So your V2 will become, this will be what? U1 plus V1 minus U2. Is it okay? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Clear, Pritam? So let me rub this.
Yes, sir.
I will get this one. So now, as per during the collision, momentum conservation happens. That means your initial momentum, total initial momentum is equal to total what? Final momentum. Yes or no? Yes. So can we substitute the value of V2 here? So what you will get? M1 U1 plus M2 U2 equal to M1 V1 plus M2 into U1 plus V1 into U2. Is it correct? So this will become M1 V1 plus M2 U1 plus M2 V1 minus M2 V2. Clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now what we will do, let us try to write, let us take, okay, can we deduct anything? Let me just check. M1 V1, no, nothing we can deduct. M1 U1, M2 U1, okay, M2 V1, M2 V2. Okay, so let us take all V1 one side and let us take all U1 one side. So this will become M1 U1, okay, M1 U1, and this will go that side. It will become minus M2 U1. This one went that side. Okay. Now let us take all U2 also that side. So this I will get M2 U2, and here U2 is there, not there. Here not there. Here not there, no? U2 is there. Yeah, it is there, no? M1 U1, M2 U1, M2 V1, M2 U2. This is U2. So this will become what? M2 U2. Yes or no? Yes. And will be equal to what? This goes. This will become M1 V1 plus M2 V1. Am I correct? Is it correct? Whatever we wrote. So now let us take U1 common. If you take U1 common, what you will get? What you will get? M1 minus M2. Let us take U2 common. You will get, what you will get? You will get 2M2. You will get 2M2. because M2 U2 into M plus M2 U2. It will be 2 M2 U2 equal to. Let us take now V1 common. It will become M1 plus M2. So can I do one thing? Can I this V1 into M1 U2? Can I divide both sides? Here also I will divide M1 plus M2. Here also I will divide M1 plus M2. Clear? Is it clear? Pritham? Pritham, clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what I am getting? I am getting the final formula as your V1, this will get deducted. Your V1 will become M1 minus M2 divided by M1 plus M2 into U1 plus 2M2 divided by M1 plus M2 into what? U2. Is it clear? So what you are getting, the final velocity is written in terms of the initial velocity and the mass. Is it clear? Is it clear? Clear or not?
Yes, sir. So once again, sir.
Yeah, please write down. Siddhi, why are you late?
Yes, sir.
Why are you late?
Sorry, sir.
No, I am not going to remind you guys. I'm going to start off. I will not wait because it's not my work. Every time I cannot be telling you. Classes are, you know the timings, you need to come there. If you're not there, class will not happen. That's it. I'm not going to set the recording henceforth.
अरे जाना ते मोबाईल.
Yes, sir.
Somebody was telling something in the background.
Yes, sir. Dad.
Okay. Okay, Pritham, is it clear?
Sir, once again, sir. I'm writing, sir.
Yeah. लक्ष्य लिख रहा है कि नहीं लिख रहा है? कल देख रहा है टीवी? तूने तो वीडियो देखा नहीं है, कल का क्लास तूने देखा? हाँ? So I can't hear you, Laksh. I can't hear you. Is it okay, Pritham? Shall I move ahead?
In the fourth line, M1 U1 minus M2 U1. What is it, sir?
Which
The
one?
next thing.
This one?
Fourth line. Yes, sir.
Here.
No, sir. Before that.
M1 U1 minus M2 U1 plus M2 V2, M2 U2 plus M2 U2. So it becomes 2m2u2 equal to m1v1 plus m2v1.
Sir, after that, can you tell once again, sir? After that length.
So here I am taking here v1 common. If you take v1 common, this will become m1 plus m2. So you divide m1 plus m2 both sides. Here also, here also. If you divide here, you will get this one. If you divide here, you will get 2m2 by m1 plus m2. And m1 plus m2, m1 plus m2 get deducted, so you'll get only v1.
Okay, sir. Understood, sir.
So similarly, we got the value of v1, but we want to find out the final velocity of other object also. How to find? Same way. What you should do? You should write v1 should to be v2 minus u1 plus u2. v1 to be v1 to be v2. Sorry, yeah, v2 minus u1 plus u2. If you substitute this value here, where? In place of v1, then what you will get? Answer. You can do that. You can do that at home. This is an assignment. You can do that. Just substitute the same value of v1 in this equation. Then means this value v1 to be substituted here. Then you will get the answer as v1 to be m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2 into u2, okay, plus 2m1 by m1 plus m2 into u1. Clear? Yes or no? All of you just substitute the value, you will get same. If you do, you will get the same value. So I don't want to waste time on that you can do yourself and find out. Okay, clear? Shall I move ahead? So if you see both the object, we got two values. One is this value, one is this value. So let me rub it. So that means if your m1 and m2 becomes equal, these are exceptional cases. If both the objects are of same mass, then what will happen? This becomes 0. Yes or no? This becomes 0, this part. So your v1 will become what? 2m1 divided by 2m1 into u1. That means it will become, your v1 will become u1. Yes or no? And
Yes, sir.
your v2 will become what? u2. Your v1 will become u1 and your v2 will become what? u2. Is it clear?
Sir, can you repeat it, sir?
If see your m1 and m2 are same, when m1 and m2 are same, then m1 minus m2 will become 0 or not?
Yes, sir.
So this value becomes 0.
Okay, sir.
Similarly, this value becomes 0. So if this value becomes 0, so you are left with 2m1 divided m1 plus m2. m1 plus m2 is equal to 2m1 because m1 and m2 are same.
Okay, sir.
So 2m1 by 2m1, this becomes 0. So you get v1 equal to u1. Similarly, this will become what? 2m2 by m1 plus m2. m1 plus m2, 2m1. So your v2 also equal to u2. So both the initial velocity and the final velocity will be equal to 0. Clear? Clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we will talk about an inelastic collision. What was inelastic collision? In an elastic collision, a perfectly elastic collision, the kinetic energy If you see the previous video, yesterday's class, when nobody was there, I was only teaching myself. Okay, the kinetic energy after the collision is equal to kinetic energy before the collision. That means half m1 v1 square plus half m1 m2 v2 square equal to half m1 u1 square plus half m1 u2 square. That means the total kinetic energy after the collision and before the collision is equal. That means there is no loss of kinetic energy in the perfectly elastic collision. But in an inelastic collision, there is loss. That means the kinetic energy after the collision is lesser than the kinetic energy before the collision. Clear? That means if the kinetic energy after the collision is lesser than the kinetic energy before the collision, so initial energy is more. So kinetic energy before the collision is greater than kinetic energy after the collision or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That means there is some loss. That means there is some loss in kinetic energy. After the collision, there is no. So what will be the loss? What is that loss? So if I tell the formula, I don't want to do a derivation. I can do the derivation if you're interested. I don't want to waste time on that. Your value, loss of kinetic energy for a perfectly inelastic collision, head-on-head collision, the value will become what? M1 M2 divided by M1 plus M2 into U1 minus U2 whole square. This is for a head-on-head collision, perfectly inelastic. Perfectly inelastic. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Pritham, clear?
Yes, sir. So this is for inelastic only, no, sir?
Yeah. Inelastic collision only delta K will come, no, because kinetic energy is not same. Kinetic energy will be lost after the collision.
Yes,
Clear?
sir.
So now we will move to the next, that is called oblique collision. Oblique collision. Is it there in your syllabus?
No, sir.
Not there. But in your JEE, it will come, I think. In your JEE, it will come. So better learn it, no? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So in this type of collision, I told you that there is a smaller object and there is a bigger object. This object is going in this direction. Okay. And this object is going in this direction. After collision, this will go in this direction and this will go in this direction. Clear? Did you understand? So this will be your U1 and this will be your U2. Okay. So it is not exactly like this. It will be like this. Okay. So if you take the angle, this will be what? Your alpha 2. This is called the line of impact. And this will be your alpha 1. What angle the initial velocity U1 makes with the line of impact, this will be the U2 makes with the line of impact. This is called alpha 2. And after the collision, this will become beta 1 and this will become beta 2. Is it clear till now? Till now, did you understand what I'm trying to say? And this will become...
Can you repeat it once, sir?
Yeah. See, there are two objects, different mass, M1 and M2. They are coming, one is coming in this direction, one is coming in this direction. So both are hitting. After hitting, this is the initial velocity, U1, U2. After hitting, it is going, one is going like this, is going like this, and this is going like this. That means the direction got changed. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So what is the angle? The angle made by the initial velocity u1 with respect to the line of impact is called alpha 1, and the angle made by the u2 with respect to line of impact is called alpha 2. Is it clear?
Yes,
Is
sir.
it clear? After the collision, the angle got changed because the direction is changed. So now this is the angle which the v1 makes with the line of impact, and this is the v2 makes with the line of impact, beta 2. So if you see your alpha 1 is smaller than beta 1, and your beta 2 is also smaller than alpha 2. Sorry, beta 1 is greater than alpha 1, and here if you see your beta 2 is lesser than alpha 2. Is it correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So here also linear momentum is conserved. Okay, linear momentum conserved. So again, so how it will be, how we will writing it? We will be writing here our conservation momentum equation as m1 u1 cos alpha 1 plus m2 u2 cos alpha 2 equal to m1 v1 cos beta 1 plus m2 v2 cos beta 2. Why? Because whenever u1 is actually hitting at an angle. So whenever there is an angle, what you get? You get what? A cost component. Yes or no? This will be your u1 sine alpha 1, and here you will get what? u1 cos alpha 1. Yes or no? Yes or no, Pritam?
Yes, sir.
So we are writing the cost component. You are writing the, because hitting is happening this side, we are only interested in the what? Currently we are interested in the horizontal component. Horizontal component. Clear? Because the force is actually this side. Force actually this side, not this side. We will see. So is it clear how this equation came into picture?
Yes, sir.
So now if you see, can you draw a tangent? This will be a common tangent or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So during the tangent, if you see perpendicular, there is no force acting. The force is only in the horizontal end. That means what happens? That means what happens? Your m1 u1 sine alpha 1 equal to m1 u1 sine beta 1. That means your u1 sine alpha 1 is equal to u1, sorry, m1 u1 sine alpha 1 equal to m1 v1. See here, this side is what? v1 sine alpha 1 or not? b1 sine beta 1 or not? Array, this is your alpha 1, this is your alpha 2. So here you will get u1 cos alpha 1, and upper side perpendicular component is what? u1 sine alpha 1 or not? Similarly, this is actually beta 1, this angle. So this side you will get what? Beta 1 sine beta 1. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So m1, similarly you can write this as m2 u2 sine alpha 2 is equal to m2 v2 sine beta 2. Am I correct? Yes or no?
Sir,
How?
once again, sir.
There is no force acting in the perpendicular. That means this one is equal to this one is equal to this one. So net force is equal. So this force is equal to this force. Similarly, this force is equal to this force. That's what I'm writing.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Clear? Clear or not?
Yes.
Okay. Now let me delete this. because I cannot write otherwise. So what you got? You got is this one. What you got? Let me just write it.
No, sir. Some external affairs, we don't have it.
Sorry, I can't hear. Lux, really, your voice is not audible. Okay.
Am I
What?
not audible, sir?
Now it is audible. Tell me what happened.
No, sir. I said I was clear. I
Okay.
understood that part.
So what is your restitution? Is it not your restitution in your head-on collision, elastic collision? Yes or no? So here, what you will substitute? You just substitute the component. That means I can write this as minus of V2 sine beta 2. Sorry, cos beta 2, not sine. Cos beta 2 minus V1 cos beta 1 divided by, here it will be what? U2 cos alpha 2 minus U1 cos alpha 1. That is equal to E. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So just remember this formula, and next the kinetic energy. What is the loss of kinetic energy then? The loss of kinetic formula is your previous formula, m1 m2 divided by m1 plus m2 into, what was the formula? U1 minus U2 whole square. Yes or no? This was your formula. Am I correct? Was this your formula or
Yes,
not,
sir.
Ritam? So what I am doing, you have to just substitute the value of U1, U2. That's it. You see, your formula will become same. M1, M2 will remain by M1 plus M2 will remain. Here, instead of U1, what we will write? U1, what? What you will write? Cos alpha 1 minus U2 cos alpha 2 whole square. And one additional one will come, that is equal to 1 into E square. That's it. Is it clear? If you remember the figure, you will able to do the you can able to do the find the formula. It's very easy. You have to remember only this formula, and you have to remember only this formula. Rest from the figure, if you remember, you can find out this formula and you can find out this formula. Is it clear? Pritam, Siddhi,
Yes, sir.
clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yes, sir. Clear. Clear, sir.
Yeah, Pritam, tell me what happened.
sir, like after that, like M1 M2 by M1 plus M2, then how U1 cos alpha 1 that thing came, sir.
How it came up?
So no, sir, like from where did you substitute it, sir?
This one.
Yes, sir.
This one I explained in the table. No, in the figure what I explained you. Here, this problem, this is for head on head. This is for head on head. But once you don't have head on head, it's oblique collision. There your angle comes into the picture. This is your U1, but you cannot take U1 this. No, you have to take this component. What is this one? U1 cos alpha 1. Similarly, this is your U2, but you cannot take this one. So what do you have to take? You have to take the horizontal component, that is U2 cos alpha 2. That is why U1 will be written as the horizontal component and U2 will be written as the horizontal component. Clear? Hello, Pritam. Guys, can you hear me? Pritam, लक्ष्य सिद्धि समझ में आया?
हाँ, sir.
लक्ष्य,
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Okay. Okay, just let Pritam join, then we'll just start. Huh?
Yes, sir. Sir, now I joined, sir.
Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear or you didn't understand?
Sir, like the last time around, like I was not able to hear properly. Sir.
Okay,
That's
see. This is your alpha 1. This is your beta 1. This is your alpha 2. This is your beta 2. I am saying this is your U1, this is your U2. When you're head on head, you are having no angle. There is no alpha 1, no alpha 2. But if you see here, you are having alpha. Whenever you remember problems when we did, whenever you are having force like this, did you take this force or you should take the perpendicular, the horizontal component of the force?
Yes, sir.
That's why I'm taking the horizontal component. What is the horizontal component? Cos
Yes,
alpha
sir.
1.
U1 cos alpha 1.
And
Okay,
here
sir.
it will be U1 sin alpha 1. This will become V1 sin
V1
beta 1.
yes, sir.
And here it will be V2 sin beta 2.
Fine beta.
And here it will be U2 sin alpha 2. Yes or no?
Alpha 2. Yes, sir.
So what I
Yes,
was,
sir.
if you see the formula, if you just see the formula, your delta Ke formula, your delta Ke for head on head was what? M1 M2 divided by M1 plus M2, okay, into U1 minus U2 square. Yes or no? This is for head on head, elastic. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But we got the formula for oblique collision as what? M1 M2.
It's for head on head inelastic only, not sir.
This is head on head elastic. This is head on head. This is a general formula. I will show you how. Wait. M1 plus
So,
M2.
no, sir, for elastic, final kinetic energy is equal to initial kinetic energy, no, sir.
One minute. Somebody, Lux, can you mute yourself? See, yeah, for kinetic energy, loss of kinetic energy only. This problem, your oblique collision becomes U1 cos alpha 1 minus U2 cos alpha 2 whole square into 1 minus E square. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
If you see, that means whenever head on head is there, that means your alpha 1, alpha 2, beta 1, beta 2 is 0 or not?
Yes, sir.
So if you put 0, this cos alpha becomes 1, cos alpha 2 becomes 1, and 1 minus 1 becomes what? This, what is E? What is E? What is E? Arey, what is E, yaar? This for inelastic, no? Perfectly inelastic. For perfectly inelastic, your E value will become 0. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, if you put 0, then are you not getting this formula?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Siddhi, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we will just kindly log in, relog in.